Tijuana lies on the Mexican side of the border with the USA. Which major Californian city and naval base lies just opposite it on the American side?
San Diego?
Correct. Bassist Mickey Quinn, drummer Danny Gofi, keyboard player Rob Coombs, singer Gaz Coombs make up which group?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Supergrass.
Oh, really? Are they good?
Really?
Yeah, no. Oh, they're the ones, they do that...
They do. Yes.
Got our teeth nice and clean, it's all right. Yes, yeah.
We didn't really meet, we just fell into each other's paths.
I think I was in the second year of school or something, first year of school, maybe 12 years old.
But he was 2 years younger than me, so he was the first year when I met him, and I was the third year, so it was really uncool hanging out with him. But gradually I realised the person he was underneath the age. And, yeah, we just got on really well. And everyone used to rib me for hanging out with a first year the whole time and sort of trying to write really crap songs and stuff. But look who's laughing now, eh?
I just knew Mick through the village and working at the Harvester restaurant, which I'll never forget.
When I was working in the Harvester, of all places, in the kitchen, I've been there for about a year, and then Gaz turned up to work there as well, and we just used to play tapes together.
We used to mop the floors and put some Hendrix on, and kind of, I think we just realised that we both kind of loved a lot of the same kind of bands and the same sort of music, which was really cool.
He'd play me Jennifer's demos, and I don't know, we'd just bring in records and play them in the kitchen and freak all the waitresses out.
We used to play music when we used to get back from work at nights and arrive back about 2 in the morning after cleaning the kitchens all night and just play a bit of acoustics, and so that's how all that kind of began, really. And I've known my brother really since I was born.
Danny, I got to know him sort of through Gaz, but also because we all went to the same school. I remember being in the sixth form, and we used to smuggle Danny into the sixth form rooms because he was quite cool for a fifth year back then.
My brother was in the band Nick, who directs a lot of the videos of Dom, and he basically learnt the guitar and I learnt the drums, and we used to just mess around at home.
You are, you fucking bastard!
I saw you there, all alone. I walked up to you and said, gramophone. You came to my apartment in South Afghanistan. I took off all your clothes and found you were a man. You battered me about the head and took all my cash. When I woke up, yes, I had a nasty rash. I went back to England and rented out a shack. I looked in the bathroom and it was full of cack.
That was our first band, really, the Jubbly Spuffle-Ups, we were called. And I think our hit song at that time was I Was Looking Very Pensively at 9:36 a.m, something like that.
I remember going to Jennifer's gigs quite early on and sort of seeing them play and thinking, you know, who are these snot-nosed kids and stuff, because they're all loads younger than me.
We'd travel in a transit van up to Manchester and do a gig and get paid 100 quid and come back and go to school the next day. But it was great, really good times. Just, you know, being 15 years old and being at school and doing these gigs every night and stuff, it was a really, really good love. It sort of merged into Supergrass, I suppose, in a way. The Jennifers stopped and me and Danny carried on writing stuff and just hanging out, and that's when we used to go to the cottages. Me, Danny and me just used to jam together. So it just kind of all sort of fell into place, really.
And that's basically how we got the band together, you know, we just sort of decided that we sort of felt the same about the music and stuff. And then he brought Danny around my house, and that was an eye-opener.
Can you see it? Can you see it? I got it.
Wait, where are we going? Are we going up here? No, downstairs. Downstairs.
Danny was sort of, he'd just left home and stuff, and he was looking for places to live. So he just came and lived rent-free in my living room for about 6 months.
This was where we based our first rehearsals, and it was basically everyone hung out in the cottages and smoked grass all day, basically, and played around with guns. It was a great laugh, like just sleeping on Mickey's couch the whole time, getting thrown out in the mornings.
Which he's still bitter about, because I had to kick him out.
And there was just various people in the other cottages that we were kind of friends with. And
it was like a little scene, I suppose, in Wheatley, you know, which is, if that's possible to have a scene in Wheatley.
A guy lived there, Darryl, who's our sort of first tour manager.
I just got really fond memories of that summer. I mean, it was just perfect. Everything was coming together.
We spent the whole summer around the cottages just, like, writing songs. That's Gaz doing his pop star impression before he was. See, it's always there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And, well, that bit's caught out in the garden, so we're just being a bit pastoral and playing acoustics and stuff. But most of the time we just had all the amps cranked up as loud as we could go. And that's how we got our sound together, really.
We spent about a year just playing like in our houses and stuff without doing any gigs or anything, you know, just sort of playing.
Yeah?
Just,
What did the neighbours make of that?
well, it was quite lucky because like, I was living right next to a field.
Oh, yeah?
Our first audience was a flock of cows that used to
Cows
come
always used to come up to the window.
to the window and just chew and watch us jam. And, like,
They were pretty receptive, really. I mean, you know, we were only new and just started out. And they weren't really jaded or cynical. They hadn't, you know, I don't know what the music they like, you know, normally, but they would just go quite into it. They just, you know, they gave us a encore, you know, more.
I wonder where those cows are now.
This one's always the closest.
That was Jeffrey. Jeffrey was one of the main contributors to the audience.
Maybe they moved on to another band.
Yeah, definitely.
Got into hip-hop.
Cows are more likely to respond to you and come to you if you're at eye level, which means this. See? Cheeky. Also, if you call them cheeky, you see?
They do like cheeky. That was my brother. Ever seen that one? That little grey one.
You see, I brought them all the way from up there down here, simply by walking.
Peter, come and say hello to
then
the cameraman.
down,
Peter.
then up again, walking, then down. So they come in stages.
Come and
It's
say hello to the
really very
cameraman.
fascinating.
Peter, don't be shy. Come round there.
I mean, we didn't play any gigs for the first 6 months, I don't think. I think we just were purely into just playing music in the living room, just to see how loud we could make it and how fast we could play and stuff. And then we kind of realised, you know, we started looking around and seeing other bands go out and play gigs, so we thought we'd better get some gigs together.
The first ever gig we did was for this girl whose birthday it was, who we didn't really even know that well, but we just decided to play at her party.
The Oxford venue, which is now, I think it's called the Zodiac, that was the first gig.
And we basically wrote, I think, 2 songs the night before we played. So I think we had about 4 songs we played in the end.
Lenny is probably the first one that we wrote together.
We played loads of places. I mean, we played, you know, the pub in Wheatley and stuff for free beer, and just any gigs that were going, any sort of low-key ones that people would have us and stuff. I mean, the Jericho was, you know, that was a bit more of a mountain to climb, because that's when you started becoming a serious band or whatever, and that's where you started getting proper gigs.
If you played a gig at the Jericho, then you were kind of on the map, really. So we first played it in the Jennifers when we sent a demo tape in to Mackie, the guy who ran it, and I think we were really young. Gaz was like 14 or 15.
He almost wouldn't let us play, and he was really horrible to us because I was like 15, you know. It's a little scrawny shithead.
We pretended we were 18 and sent this tape in and got a gig supporting someone. And we arrived with like half a drum kit and a couple of amps, and we just got laughed at totally. But then when we played, it seemed to kind of work. People liked it.
We'd been playing gigs for about, I don't know, 4 months or something, and we were quite happy doing that. I mean, we wouldn't have really taken... I mean, we'd done some demos at home on 4-tracks and stuff, but it's probably when Sam Williams came along and said, I'd really like to produce you.
I think I first met them in a music shop in Oxford, and I'd wandered into this shop, and I remember seeing the 3 of them sort of huddled together in a little bunch, chatting away or giggling together, and I just remember turning around to my girlfriend and saying, I don't know who that band is, but whoever they are, I really want to produce them.
And he came along to this King and Queen gig and just really loved it, I think. It was kind of one of those real sort of cliche moments. He sort of kind of wandered into the pub and saw the band and just kind of, I like this. I can hear this.
I thought they were incredible. I thought that they had a really unusual sort of level of ability as players, and they were doing stuff that had a great kind of punk energy about it, but was also really inventive and very imaginative. I think the first song they played when I saw them that night was Strange Ones, which had like tempo changes in it and a lot of unusual manoeuvres.
He just talked to us afterwards and told us about this place, Sawmills. And he knew John Cornfield, the engineer, and he just, wanted to work with us and shape the songs and help produce it.
And we didn't really know what that meant at that time because we'd never had a producer or never met one, really.
We were in the middle of doing an album with Sam, with his band, The Mystics, and Sam saw these boys playing in Oxford and came to Dennis and said, come on, we've got to do a production deal. So we did.
So we managed to get, I think it was about a week and a half down here to do 6 tracks.
Which is really lucky, I suppose a lot of bands don't get that chance that early on to, to sort of really make the song sound how they want.
It was just nice having a lot of gear to play around with and maybe break.
This place hasn't changed at all in 10 years. It's, we were doing a take the other day for the new song, and I was stood in the same place I did sort of 10 years ago in Ashiko, looking out that window while I was playing, and it's just great, it's so peaceful down here.
It's always really exciting arriving, walking down the railway line with sort of bags strapped to you and stuff. But I suppose it was a bit more exciting when we first came,
We'd done this 6-track demo at Sawmills, and we started, tarting around the record companies like you do. And I just remember a particular gig at the Jericho Tavern, and we set up to play. I think it was about the 3rd song in. This massive white light came on, and someone was in the crowd filming, and they just lit up the whole room because it was, 50 people capacity gig or whatever. And you could just see all these suits in the audiences, and it was just ridiculous. And it kind of went downhill from there.
Sitting up straight on the back of a bus, mimicking time as evening turns to dusk. Well, look at the boy with the face to the floor. Having most the best time of day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's like me, he'll do anything to get away. I know, can you be there every day? I know I can believe in you. It means everything and every how to me. What's out?
I think it's great, we were all so young. I was still 16 when we were doing those tracks.
We did 5 days, cut 5 or 6 tracks, and I think a week or 2 later they were signed to Parlophone.
Gaz had to get his mum to sign the contract because he was under 18, so he couldn't sign it, and he took a lot of ribbing for that. Poor boy.
Hello, I'm Danny. And I'm Gaz. I play guitar and sing. Nice to be here. We're from Supergrass. Basically, to cut a long story short, we just went down to the studio, did 6 tracks in a week, and within a week of getting back to Oxford, Parlophone had EMI had received the tape as did various other companies, and it was just up to us and the management to look at contracts and choose the best terms. You know, not so much the money. Money wasn't so important at the time, really. I mean, it was just getting the right terms.
Then we signed a deal, and that was that, and came down and finished off the rest of the album.
And it was just a golden summer, really. I don't think I've ever sort of enjoyed making a record as much as I enjoyed making Ashukoko, and I've certainly never laughed as much as I did when we made Ashukoko.
It felt like it was all to do with the live stuff, and we were on a Shed 7 tour, playing around England, big tour, 30, 40 gigs.
We did a tour with the Blue Tones as well, and they were all those kind of small 500 capacity venues.
The crowd started to get more into us, and we were only the support band, and it just got bigger and bigger. And
really, really hot and just incredibly loud. I mean, you'd come off and your ears would be ringing for 20 minutes.
Once we were on there, it was just a real connection. Just the three of us, it's just what we all wanted to do. And it was the same when we were in the bedroom of the cottages, really. To any gig, we turn it all up, and you just want to go mental.
We were riding the huge hype of Supergrass as it first came out, so people were just turning up to go berserk and stuff. I just remember, sort of feeling sweat dripping off the ceiling, and all the gear was always wet because there was just so much moisture in the air.
That's when we realised that we could really sort of entertain a crowd, and the songs really came together.
They've basically been touted as the champions of this new mod movement. Their British tour starts on Valentine's Day, and this is their first ever live television appearance. Please welcome Supergrass with them.
I remember watching The Word about 6 months before this, and I think seeing Oasis do Supersonic. And it was the first time I'd seen Oasis on TV, and I just thought, it really blew me away. I just thought, wow, what a great band, what a great song, quite a cool programme. And it's like then, things happen, and then we were asked to go on it.
I just remember thinking, we're only going to be on live TV for 3 minutes, let's just go all balls out for 3 minutes and see what happens. And we did.
Can't run away. You got the money and you got no place to stay. Things are bad, but there's always another way. How would you know if you never ever saw me?
We organised a bus for all our mates, and loads of beer and whatever else was going on. I'm sure Danny will fill you in there.
In a big bus, everyone did and got off, and we just really fast.
Oh no, when I look at you, I say, why you looking so crazy? Why you looking so lonely for love? What do you wanna be now? Wait a minute, it's all wrong. Wait a minute, it's all gone.
Even then, first one, it felt right, it was meant to be.
It's a good introduction to TV.
Those trousers weren't meant to be.
Wait a minute, now you just can't hide away. You got the body and you got no face to say.
But the best bit's looking at Gaz looking really nervous.
How would you know if you never ever saw me? Oh no, when I look at you, I say, why you looking so crazy? So lonely for love. What do you wanna be now? Oh yeah.
was just great to have all your mates. You know, you guaranteed a good audience, basically.
That was Supergrass there with Man-Sized Rooster, and that's released next Monday.
FM. Okay, you've got it? You can do it. Take 2.
This is CHRW, and we are Supergrass from England, and we're very lovely.
This is Gaz, and this is Danny as well with you, and this is 94.7 FM. We're mighty pleased to be here. Hope you enjoy the show. London's Real Radio. Cheers.
So we got him in this place tonight. I'm very pleased that I found the band under promoter Don Healy.
Yeah, I'm one of those big chains with Mark, tour manager for kitted out here nicely. Lovely little tour manager's kit.
I want to. I could.
It's called a mag light. That is.
Come here.
It's a mag light.
Come here. What a wanker. What a fucking wanker. Okay, take a look inside the venue, man. I'll show you around. Step right up here. You know? I used to play the drums a bit. Ain't too bad on this. You want to see me play? You want to see me play on the skins?
I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in. I found my mind in a brown paper bag within. I tripped on a cloud bed 8 miles high. I tore my mind on a jagged sky. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in. I pushed my soul in the deep dark hole and then I followed it in. I watched myself crawling out as I was crawling in. I got up so tired I couldn't unwind. I saw so much and broke my mind. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
We were friends with a guy, Terry Walpole, who was this weird kind of hippie guy. He used to hang around Cowley Road and come to the shows, come to gigs all the time, and he used to write poetry and do poetry readings at clubs and everything.
The wolf man is on me.
Liked to smoke and loved his kind of 60s psychedelic garage music. So that's where we first heard the song, around at his place, and he just, you put this song on and we went, it's mental, and he said, it's Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
We just like the irony that it was Kenny Rogers being psychedelic.
I'm the hidden vibes man on Condition.
We kind of made the song our own before they used it on Big Lebowski.
And so next time we were over in the States, they decided it was a good idea to take us to Kenny Rogers' chain of chicken restaurant, and it's got Kenny Rogers' face on the front door. Go like that.
Yeah, whoa, yeah.
Did get me thinking though about future plans.
Acid! It's the brown acid!
filming again, man. You met Francis? Well, I want you to meet Francis.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
So, yeah, I'll drive that. Driver and main man for the older.
I'll get the fruit in there. Is that your food, Francis? Huh? Is that your food?
Ours.
Our food?
It's our food.
What kind of food is it?
It's orange juice and water.
Excellent.
Looks like some stale chips.
Stale chips, yep. Well, help yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much.
That's cool.
I love Supergrass. I love you. I love you. I love you, Jenny.
Okay. Goodbye. Thanks for coming.
We are young, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. See our friends, see the sights, feel alright. We wake up, we go out, smoke a fag, put it out. See our friends, see the sights.
This is when I had Daisy, my daughter, on my lap. Someone that was watching at home and thought it was Bjork. And I said, what would I be doing with Bjork on my lap? Come on. Well. The first Tea in the Park we played was probably one of the favourite gigs, because it was just after All Right had come out, and it was just the immense noise. It was in a tent. It must have been about 15,000 people, you know, crammed in and piling out the sides and stuff. And just chanting our name and stuff before we came on. It was just really putting the shits right up us, you know, make us really nervous. We walked on and all got freaked out and ran off again, didn't we? We did. No one would go on stage.
Playing the Tea in the Park Festival in Glasgow. We got this phone call came through that said, Mr. Tunnocks on the telephone, he wants you to come and visit his factory, which is a bit of a Willy Wonka moment.
And I think they put on a Bentleys and stuff like that.
My enduring memory is Danny not wearing any shoes and having them covered in mud and shit from the festival, and walking through this hermetically sealed chocolate factory where everyone's got hairnets on and have been irradiated before they've come through the door, and Mr. Tunnock pretending not to look at Danny's feet.
When we had the photos at the end, we had his daughter, and I think I just got one of the tea cakes and wiped it all around my face like that, and had a picture taken with her and things like that. And there it is. Since that every year we get a whole massive supply of Tunnock's tea cakes and Tunnock's wafer biscuits, which is great.
All you got to say is, I like Tunnock's tea cakes, and the next thing you're around the factory. I really like Ferraris.
Supergrass.
So the first award this evening, the Newcomers Award, 3 boys from Oxford. They are Supergrass, making their way to the stage.
Cheers!
I love you, man.
Just won Best Newcomer Award. How'd you feel? Oh, I feel amazing.
We got a lot of Best Newcomer stuff, and that's where the award stopped, really.
Hello, we're Supergrass. Unfortunately, we can't be with you at this present time because we're in Brazil. But we'd like to say thank you for this absolutely gorgeous award. Thank you to Radio 1 listeners. And
Hang on, boys. You know this is my gap. It's not Brazil. Like, go on, clear off.
The whole atmosphere was, it's like Spain on acid, basically. It was, really raucous and quite a dangerous place as well. And You know, we were given an armed escort.
I think I remember Danny asking him one time if he'd ever killed anyone. I said, have you ever shot anyone? He went, I'm a policeman.
I remember driving to the gigs with dispatch riders with their sirens going.
If you go wandering off on your own, people get kidnapped.
City of God. Yeah, having seen that recently, and that's actually set at the time that we played that gig. And it's completely eye-opening. I mean, that whole thing was going on, but also, you know, at the same level, you've got these enormous, you know, 50-storey hotels and people flying in Learjets and, you know, sort of living this thing, and then you've got people getting gunned down, and that whole atmosphere was there while we were playing, and I remember just feeling that all the time.
There's about 80,000 people in this football stadium.
I reckon probably 100 people maybe would have heard of us in that 80,000 audience.
We just played our songs and everyone went mad, you know.
And it was good to think that, you know, some song we'd written in the front room of the cottages, we were now playing on a stage to 80,000 people in Brazil, and they're all jumping up and down to it. That was kind of nice.
Walking off stage after that gig, and Robert Smith was just at the side of the stage. He sort of gave me a massive hug, and it really reminded me of us when I was young and, you know, first starting the band and everything. It was really cool. That was a great gig.
We've done loads of recording at Courtyard. I mean, the first thing that I did at Courtyard with the band was a B-side called Wait for the Sun, and it's a track that we still love. It's one of our favourites.
We pretty much produced that,
and it turned out really good.
Yeah, we just experimented and kind of freaked out a bit and had a laugh.
And we thought, we can do this.
White burning sun is gonna come again. Wait for the one, she's bringing you her
finally for the very mighty Supergrass.
The song started and it's just got a little song, and then you hear all the kind of crowd singing it. It is really nuts. It blows you away, the fact that you can have that connection with so many people.
Now here's Supergrass. Check out the drummer, who's been having a good time.
I've got false sideburns on there. What's that all about?
How do you see yourselves in relation to a whole kind of Britpop scene? I mean,
Officially, it's dead now.
It's dead, I know. Yeah, it's gone.
Damon said the other day.
We were new wave at the start. What are we going to be next time?
No, you can't go in there, mate. They're playing. We're not coming out until they finish the second record.
You're trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. I just said I want the action, man. That's what you can do it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
In It for the Money, it was basically the first time that we'd been let loose in the studio without a producer or anything. We were calling all the shots.
I think we just wanted to do it ourselves, really.
We wrote, recorded and rehearsed most of it in this room.
We co-produced it with John Cornfield. He engineered the first album and co-produced the last one with us. And he's basically God's engineer, so he's a superb bloke.
Nice man. Thanks, mate. They certainly sort of wanted to go more places when we got to the second album. The first album was a bit more straight down the line, just catch it as it is, whereas when we got into doing the second and third album, they wanted to experiment a lot more, which was great. Yeah, well, we actually had them set up outside here. I mean, you might have some footage somewhere. There's some photographs that Mickey showed me the other day, actually, which I hadn't seen for ages. We made this makeshift tent just in case it rained, and had it all set up out there. Got lots of disturbances from boats and aeroplanes and stuff like that. Oh, it's good laugh, yeah.
There's a song called We're In It For The Money, which is, I mean...
It's a Frank Zappa record.
What Paula Abdul doesn't say.
Yeah.
I mean, although you know, you got the title, it's sort of quite a dark song in places.
What's that one about?
It's just sort of a bit of a sort of
It's just sort of
a sarcastic statement. Really.
Things that sort of commercial bands never actually say, but it's obvious kind of thing. But so instead, we just said it loads.
We were just playing it on guitar, and just one of us just sort of went, "We're in it for the money," just fell off, and then we just kind of stuck, and we just thought, why not? You know, it's fair enough.
La stiamo cercando. Yes, but in it for the money means that the only thing that you... Does it mean that the only thing that you want is money?
Didn't ask Frank Zappa that, did they?
Just be?
A bit of a joke.
Yeah, è un gioco, è un modo di essere sarcastico. Gli ho detto, ma in it for the money, cioè volete essere lì per i denari? Lui dice, no, solo per il denaro. Dice, no, è un gioco.
That's the last time we appeared in Italy. remember doing the video and going out into the desert for a couple of days. It was great.
Come on, come in as well, ass white.
I just remember being covered in flies for most of it. I mean, you know, people wonder why they wear the hats with the corks. They just keep the flies off your face. And everyone had developed the Australian wave, which is every 2 minutes you get rid of the flies.
Go to your right a bit.
That was the last shot of the video.
Hey, Danny, Gaz, you just waved to the people at home. Yeah.
So this is New South Wales.
Yes, once you go over the bridge.
Wentworth.
It was quite scary, the hotel we stayed at.
It was like a prison. It was all sort of
red bricked rooms and no windows.
And it was called Wentworth.
It reminded us all of Prisoner Cell Block H.
Turn around. Every now and then I fall apart.
I'm not too happy with the state I'm in. I tried to fix it, but I'm here again. And there's so much love for us to feel. I need the taste, I need something clean, with no reminders of where I've been. And there's so much love for us to feel.
Hi. 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 Great to be here. It's having a really good time. What's the weather like? Sunny. On the way to the record signing. Have you done many of those? Got a few there.
They're always a bit weird, record signings. It's like something should happen. It's got this chaotic vibe. A record signing, it's huge lines of people, and each time they want you to do something personal or mad. I always think there should be like some big explosion or something.
It's a good tour, that the big day out.
Yeah. That's a big day off.
Big day off.
That's what the roadies call it.
That's brilliant. It's one of my favourite bits of footage, man.
I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. It's a £2,000 fine. Smoking in the toilets. And I'm willing to pay it. I was just thinking how
Just arrived in Nicoya. Fucking hell. Hey!
Did you see Mount Fuji on the way, Gaz?
Too many clouds, man.
Too many clouds, yeah, always too many clouds. Yeah.
Japan's total culture shock. You feel odd playing in a rock and roll band in Japan because it's kind of not part of the natural culture, whereas it is in America.
They sort of make you feel more like you're the Beatles.
It's a bit of a cliche, but it's that whole sort of alien thing where even when people are talking English, you can't understand anything. It's just like, you know, you get lost all the time walking around the streets.
But it's so interesting. It's a really fascinating place to be.
It was just very strange at the beginning, but every time you go back, you learn a bit more, and it becomes more interesting to go back.
Hi, that's Danny, that's Mick, and I'm Gaz. We're Supergrass.
And you're watching
Rocket with Maya.
Danny hates those. He really hates them. Yeah. I don't mind them, I quite like them.
Hello. We're
called Supergrass. I'm Pauline.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Rachel.
And you're watching Moonwalkers TV.
Name?
Danny.
Occupation?
Well, I wanna feel for you. I wanna steal for you. Every fucker needs a home. Yes, he does. Well, are you strange enough? Are you deranged enough? Well, every fucker needs a home. Thank you very much. That's all. Merci. Cheers.
First album had gone mental. It was amazing and we loved it. But then sometimes you come home and it sort of feels like someone's kind of taking control of you and they're behind you, just kind of like running really fast, pushing you like that. It doesn't feel like it's me right now. But then I'm at a position, I'm so young that I don't know what is. Sat in my room at 345 Cowley Road and just opened the guitar and just played it and sang it, the melody and the lyrics and it all just at the same time. Maybe the only time that's really sort of happened to that degree. Brings you up to date, you know. That's where I am now. I feel settled in. I feel kind of, feel great. I feel kind of really. You know, I love the band, I love the music, and I feel like we've got so much more to do. You know, so many more ideas and stuff. I just had a baby and stuff, so it's nice how you hear a song like that at the start of our career and hear the kind of confusion. And now I kind of feel like certain bits have straightened themselves out. You know.
Thank you very much.
Take that fucking pure diamonds. Take it.
Nice one.
It's a lonely planet, isn't it?
Hi. We're in Spain. Danny, guys, Mickey.
It's alright, your guitar, it's alright.
Danny, Mickey e casa. Easy dollar. Easy dollar. E Danny. Easy dollar.
I'm lost and I'm gone.
you see us? We've just finished our album. And we're called Supergrass. And do you know what? What?
Go on, tell us then.
We're rowing to Japan. Yeah.
To come over and to come over and say hello to each and every one of you.
Well, all of you there at least.
So have a groovy night.
We hear you're having a bit of a party over there tonight, so hopefully we can make it there by 2 p.m.
Yeah, I thought Can You Feel It pumping on your stereo would sound better sung, you know.
But it's better
Can You Hear Us pumping on your stereo? I thought it's slightly juvenile, but then maybe that works, you know.
Life is a cigarette. Smoke to the air. But if you rock it the middle bit, then you burn all your friends. The wider you rise, the bigger the lies. Yes, it's true. If you make a mistake where you couldn't be late to your groove. Yes, it's true.
Do you think the playfulness of that pumping on your stereo video is indicative of like the
song?
Of the album maybe.
No. No.
Well, see with our album, right? It's a really good listen. It's about 12 songs.
There is 12 songs.
Yeah, it goes through different stages.
It's quite nice to look at, isn't it?
It's happy, sad,
indifferent.
That much fun.
a good 10 inches of fun.
Lots of dancing.
Nice sandwiches.
Yeah.
We used to have this really magic liquid we used to drink.
Groove, soul-y groove.
Power rock.
Heads into a
Harpsichord and guitar.
country sort of bluesy
More like
kind of
Western.
lovely Hammond organ, double track drums. It goes through different stages and ends up with a big finale of
trumpets,
vocals.
Oh.
But, you know, interpret it how you will.
De killarna som står här, de är väldigt prisade hemma i England. De är också väldigt glada för att få spela för er. De heter Supergrass och här kommer Moving!
And the best bit about that Radio 1 commercial is the fact that they were saying, you know, if you don't listen to Radio 1, you'll end up sounding like this. And I quite like the version that we came up with in the advert. You know, it's got moves on it that the original doesn't.
Moving, just keep moving till I don't know what to say.
I'm miming that tuba part, and about 50 people have come up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, I didn't realise you could play tuba."
Yeah, we're always into kind of experimenting. That's kind of what it's about when we get in the studio. So in a way, this is sort of what it's like, but I think we wanted to take it a bit more ridiculous.
Got to keep on moving.
6. 6.
God knows I gotta keep on moving.
We use mooing cows and stuff, but I mean, you know, on the albums we've sort of gone around the local school and borrowed their kettle drums. We did a B-side where we'd come back with this weird stringed instrument from Brazil and use that on a track. It's always nice to come up with some key instrument that you haven't used before that you can explore. I mean, it's like using the digital camera for the website. You find something new and you explore it, and if you catch it at the point when you're first learning how to do it, you come up with something interesting. We'd been in, I've forgotten, some other northern French town the day before.
Mick had this thing, he'd go off in the morning and say, "Ooh, look at this steeple," and take lots of pictures of cathedrals and churches.
And Danny just taking the piss out of me, saying, you know, "Oh, it's really rock and roll taking pictures of a cathedral," so I kind of stitched him up. That's terrible, Danny. It's blasphemy.
Stop it!
Come on. Do you think you've grown up in public? I mean, like, the second album's quite a serious album, I thought.
We've never really got into it like that. I grew up in Wheatley.
We went out fishing for ideas for this Mary video, and we'd had some back sort of saying, you know, we want the boys looking beautiful on horseback and, you know, whatever. And we just decided to write a script for the video ourselves.
And then we just all suddenly got onto this idea of kind of horror sort of thing, or some sort of creepy, weird video.
And we got Sophie Muller, who did an absolutely superb job, I must say. It's possibly my favourite video.
As it went on, we were just kind of building up ideas, and we thought maybe we could be sort of in a weird house, kind of where, you know, things start freaking out. It could all stem from the basement where this kind of weird band was kind of generating the bad vibes and the ghostly experiences and stuff.
We got quite shocked at how it got banned, the fact that they actually felt it was horrible when we were just laughing at it and found it hilarious.
Surprise visit from Supergrass.
Well, it's that time of day, really. It's a lovely, beautiful, sunny day out there, and fancy the...
So why not pump out a brewski, right?
Say what? Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Pump out a what? A brewski.
Pump out a brewski, yeah.
There was 4 tigers running after me too, you know. While we slept in a bit of a flesh wound, that's all really.
I like you. I like you a lot, huh?
You guys are coming down the road for a pint of mild?
I don't regard this as being in any way amusing.
Great, I'll see you in a bit. It's alright, it's got a chainsaw.
I mean, oh dear.
Hopefully we'll get him out.
Just get the gear out, that's the main thing.
Hey, everyone alright, yeah?
It is a great life being on tour and being a musician, but you need to get on with the people you're there with on a really close level.
You have to be quite strong if you're together constantly in small spaces on the bus. Usually if someone's having a hard time, everyone else gives them a bit of space or, you know, tries to help them out.
I thought you were thundering in the toilet.
Changed really that much. We sort of, our faces have got older, and we've kind of got older, but yeah, nothing's really, it really feels like it's changed. It's, you know, music's still, you know, just magic, and it's great to write and play and perform.
But I don't know, it's just, you know, you want to do different things all the time, and next album maybe it's going to be freaked out psychedelic punk, who knows, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We'd written all the Supergrass album in a rehearsal studio in London.
We'd done so much touring, it was like, well, what are we doing? We're just kind of on the road all the time, just getting knackered and just really doing us in.
And me and Bobs were driving down, it was taking us 3 hours a day to do 4 hours work. It just wasn't quite romantic enough. You know, we wanted to just go off and do something interesting while we were writing. So we decided to go to France.
This is our little house in France. It was just really relaxed, and we'd go to the supermarket, get loads of food in, and set up the instruments in the living room and get a massive log fire going and make some food and just jam and just write stuff.
It was just really chilled out.
Who's coming to the pub? I'm going to the pub. A couple of pints.
Even without music, we're just mates, so you just fuck around. We just enjoy spending time together, whether it's kind of cooking up a massive meal or watching kind of, you know, Carl Sagan's Cosmos for 5 hours or writing some tunes.
And it was kind of like the Cottages for that 6 months before we started playing gigs, where you weren't writing music to entertain anybody else, but just because you liked the sound of it. And it wasn't, you know, this was going to end up at a product at the end of the day that you were going to have to go out and promote and talk about. You were just in a room just playing for the fun of it.
Maybe you should go and lay down.
Not really many of the songs for the album came from the France stuff, but the vibe came from France, you know.
We have a telescope set up when we were there, and it was a point in time where there was all those planets up in a row, and there was like Mars and Jupiter and Saturn and Venus, and they were all in a line.
The whole album had that sort of vibe to it, you know, with Bob's telescope and the Carl Sagan documentaries and the Prophet synthesizer that we were using on most of that last record. There was that kind of feeling around that kind of spacey kind of, you know, Cosmos vibe. So yeah, it sort of fitted the record, I think.
I think at the end of the Supergrass album, we were feeling almost too comfortable in the studio.
We met a few guys, and Tony just seemed the easiest one we could push around, I think.
Wait, Tony, can I get the downbeat on every two?
But he was cool, Tony. He'd worked with Beck, and he'd done some stuff with there.
In a way, to stop getting stale. If you want to make a song like this, you know how to go about it, because you've used all your production ideas, and it's good to get someone in who's going to give you an outside opinion and say, why don't you do it this way? It was very productive in the way that he pushed us to do other things that we wouldn't normally do.
We split up this album into 3 studios, Heliocentric, Rockfield and Mayfair. And I think it worked really well because of that, you know, keep that freshness.
Yeah, okay.
What's all that about then?
I've got,
Okay.
try it again.
You ready?
You could do a good take.
That's your reward,
Okay.
Danny. Play well and you can look at that later, yeah?
Such a beautiful face.
Grace is one of the little girls at this studio, the daughter of Chris Difford and Heidi.
She used to come in and play chopsticks on the piano and join in with our jams sometimes.
They were just great kids, and they would kind of, you know, lighten up the day a bit when they walked in and ask silly questions and mess around. So just on a bit of off time, I think I was playing piano and me and Danny were just jamming and just went, oh, Grace, like that. You know, just do a little song for her because she was quite sweet.
Well, we jumped all night on your trampoline. When you kissed the sky, you made your sister scream. You ate our chips and you drank our Coke, and then you showed me Mars through your telescope. Oh, Grace, save your money for the children. 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 Oh, Grace, save your money. Save your money, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday, my next guest will release Life on Other Planets, and this weekend they'll kick off their North American tour with 4 sold-out shows right here in New York City. Please welcome Supergrass.
TV in America is quite hard to deal with. In England, it's quite a sterile atmosphere in a TV studio, but in America, it's even worse. So it's quite difficult to go into one of those environments and put across your music. On this album, we realised that it was down to us to make it work. I remember just really going for it, just ridiculously. It kind of worked. I mean, I think some of those shows are amazing.
That was great. Hey, thank you. That was great. Excellent. Thank you very much. Supergrass, everybody, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
We could just be careful, right? We did about 4 dates with the Foo Fighters in Europe, playing arenas and stuff.
Taylor's always been a bit of a fan of the band, and he was inside the stage watching us, and I just sort of beckoned him to come and play Caught by the Fuzz at the end. He came and played it about 500 miles an hour.
That was amazing. Fucking amazing. Thanks, Vicky. That was so fucking fun.
I was looking forward to the finale.
That was fucking...
Yeah, I thought you were going to go do some double drumming. You ruined me, dude.
We had the Datsuns and the Polyphonic Spree and Ed Harcourt. I don't think we were even really precious that it had to be sort of our big show, you know, the Supergrass sort of experience. It was just like a, you know, really good night of music. That's what Wembley felt like to me, you know. We were just finishing off a really sort of good night, you know.
Before the Wembley gig, I just remember being pretty goddamn nervous. People kept coming up to us and saying, "This is the biggest gig you've ever played," you know, every fucking 10 minutes.
Before I go on stage, I mean, I tend to get quite, I get very quiet.
Come on then, everyone. You all follow me, and we're going to run out to there and back again, and then back here again. Right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm always ready half an hour before.
Up your arm. Up your arm. Oh, your arm.
See you later, okay?
Stay outside.
Stay outside.
Stay outside.
Mokari Maka. Mokari Maka. Okini. 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 Mokari Maka. Is it right here? Oh,
We ain't got time for that.
let's face it.
It's just a short jog.
Playing live for us makes all kind of makes sense, and this is how you started, and this is what we're still kind of great at.
I think that's what we all liked about music in the first place, is you're communicating in a language that no one understands probably. And that's, you know, that's probably what makes it the most interesting thing, because everyone can feel the emotion in the music.
I think we definitely had the feeling of like we sort of shouldn't really be here doing this to all these people, because we're a bit lucky really.
Shouldn't see it, you know, it's the best job in the world.
Thanks to everyone for everything you've done, but now it's time to go. You know it's hard, we've had some fun, but now the moment's come, it's time to go. Who could ask for more?
Oh, we're through now. Bye.
Oh, just let rip a terrible fart. Come on, Danny.